You say, "I'm fine." They hear all systems go. Meanwhile, your inner voice is screaming, "Abort mission, emotional meltdown imminent." They interpret it as, "Let's not talk," while you are really thinking, "Ask me again, but like, better this time." Welcome to the romantic escape room, where the clues are feelings and nobody brought the decoder ring. But hey, this is not a sign to file for emotional divorce over dish duty. It's just time to grab your communication toolkit, laugh at your mutual weirdness, and finally translate "I'm fine" into a shared language that does not end in tears or tacos thrown in passive-aggressive silence. The scale of the misunderstanding apocalypse. Welcome to the great misunderstanding apocalypse, where love isn't slain by betrayal, but by autocorrect, tone-deaf texting, and the occasional weaponized key. Research shows that fights with friends are usually shrugged off, but with romantic partners, it's an emotional CSI episode starring you, your partner, and one very suspicious shore. Over 400 brave souls confirmed that texting your significant other is basically walking through a communication minefield with a blindfold and flip-flops. One poorly punctuated "okay," and suddenly you are in a feeling standoff that could have been avoided with a simple exclamation mark. Then there's fubbing, when your partner ignores you for their phone, and you are stuck watching them watch someone else make pasta on Instagram while you question your entire love life. Sprinkle in cultural misfires, where one partner thinks emotional honesty is sacred and the other thinks vulnerability is what happens when the Wi-Fi drops, and suddenly asking, "How was your day?" sounds like a passive-aggressive interrogation. For some, "I'm fine" is code red. For others, it's Tuesday. And let's not even get started on emojis, because a winky face to you might scream flirty. But to them, it screams, "You forgot our anniversary and are trying to distract me with cartoon charm." In modern love, communication isn't just key, it's an entire escape room puzzle wrapped in sarcasm, subtlety, and digital ambiguity. Why we miscommunicate. Let's be real, if love were a sport, miscommunication would be the uninvited referee blowing the whistle every 5 seconds. According to Leslie Baxter's relational dialectics theory, we are basically walking emotional contradictions. We want closeness and space, deep chats and alone time, cuddles and control of the blanket. So when you say, "Let's chill tonight," and your partner hears, "You're smothering me," congratulations, you have entered the Olympic event of misunderstanding. Add conflict, and your brain pulls a full reality TV meltdown. Stan Tatkin says your mind starts remixing reality suddenly. "Did you buy milk?" morphs into "I have been emotionally abandoned since Tuesday," and texting, "Don't even start." The emoji that looked cute to you now feels like sarcasm in pixel form. That K you sent with innocent intentions, it just became the passive-aggressive anthem of the day. Without facial cues, tone, or context, your sweet "let's talk later" becomes "I'm ghosting you emotionally until 2035. Basically, we are all one badly timed message away from starring in our own relationship soap opera, and the plot twist. It's always about milk, but never really about milk. Secret weapons against misunderstanding. Let's face it, most couples don't need a breakup, they need subtitles. Enter your secret weapons, the Avengers of emotional connection. First up, active listening, the sexy art of actually paying attention. Yes, that means putting your phone down, even if it's mid-scroll through dog memes. Eye contact. Check. So what I hear you saying is, double check. Next, swap your verbal grenades for eye statements, because you never listen. Triggers a shutdown faster than a Netflix error. While "I feel unheard" when the group chat gets more attention than me might just earn you a hug. Then there's Gottman's golden rule: 5 sweet moments for every sour one. So for every "you left your socks in the blender again," drop 5 compliments like "you make the best cereal" or "you looked hot while vacuuming." Add humor, yes, even in arguments, because saying "at least the trash feels wanted" beats slamming a door. And if you come from different cultures or grew up in houses where "I love you" meant "here, eat this," create your own love language protocol. Call it Operation Mutual Weirdness. Finally, embrace relational dialectics. You can love someone and still want to hide in the bathroom with a book. Relationships aren't about perfect harmony, they are about learning to dance without stepping on too many emotional toes. Acts that actually work. Let's be honest, keeping a relationship healthy isn't about fancy dates or Instagram-worthy couple selfies. It's about the behind-the-scenes maintenance work, like relationship oil changes. Start with State of the Union mini check-ins. Shout out to Aston Simmons, where you ask questions like, did our Tuesday talk over pizza feel deep or like a surprise oral exam? Next, establish digital no-go zones, because nothing ruins a romantic dinner like competing with your partner's phone for eye contact. A phone-free dinner or no texting in bed rule might just save you from becoming a glorified screen background. Want to level up? Try couples tools like Conflict Lens. Yes, it's AI-powered therapy. And no, it won't judge your weird love language that involves memes and snack offerings. These digital boot camps won't sweep you off your feet, but they might stop you from Googling how to win arguments with minimal drama. And when conflict hits, skip the courtroom theatrics. Instead of cross-examinations and dramatic exits, try what's your version of the story, which, let's be real, is just fancy adulting for was I the drama? Because in the end, love isn't about always agreeing. It's about turning your spats into strategy and your debates into dirt-worthy dialogue. Real-world miscommunications and comic relief. Let's face it, real-world miscommunications are basically sitcom episodes waiting to happen. Like when you spend 5 hours cooking a surprise dinner and your partner walks in, sniffs the air, and says, "Smells interesting." Coup meltdown over lasagna they genuinely forgot was even planned. Or the infamous one-word text, you send sure, meaning sure, no problem, but they read it as sure whatever Karen. Meanwhile, you were just thinking about chicken nuggets. Then there's the intercultural comedy show your affectionate, cheek-kissing self leans in, and they respond with the body language of a startled meerkat. Boom, awkward silence. And don't forget the modern heartbreak of fubbing, where you sit on the couch together in sacred couple time, only to realize they're more emotionally invested in a sort of tutorial than in your story about Steve from accounting. As one wise Redditor asked, is it miscommunication or just different styles? The answer, a bit of both, and you'll only figure it out if you actually ask instead of playing emotional Sherlock with 0 clues and a magnifying glass made of assumptions. Preventive communication lifestyle. Let's be honest, strong relationships aren't made in Paris with roses. They're made in sweatpants, over cereal, with Wi-Fi that cuts out mid-confession. Forget grand gestures, give us 5-minute bedtime chats that end with, did I accidentally hurt your feelings or just forget to do the dishes? Honestly, both are likely. Daily check-ins aren't cute Instagram content, but they are the emotional floss that keeps resentment from building cavities. And non-verbal cues. Underrated gold. A surprise hug, a hallway butt tap, or a random morning fist bump basically says, you still make my brain tingle. If tension's rising like your shared Netflix bill, call for a relationship sabbatical, no deep talks, just dance breaks, mystery snacks, and that weird rom-com you both pretend to hate but secretly love, and therapy. That's not for failing, it's for upgrading. Think of your therapist as your bilingual tour guide through Love Land, translating you never listen into I'm feeling a little invisible lately. Plus, you get to say profound things while holding a latte and blaming your mood swings on your attachment style. Peak grown-up romance. If your love life's ever been derailed by a rogue K or a misunderstood pasta night, hit that like and subscribe, and drop a comment with your funniest miscommunication, because if we're going down together. Laughing.